Buddy, it's Living Dead here, and today I am back with a updated Ranger build of my previous build, which is not updated, of course. This is a updated build of more modern gear, like that this game can offer to today's Army Rangers. Anyway, I also want to apologize for my long absence. I've been doing other stuff and I have not really been focusing on YouTube, so I apologize for that. But I am putting out 2 videos tonight, this will be my first one, my Army Ranger build. I will also put out a Delta Force build for Wildlands, both for Wildlands. I am also thinking to start putting out videos for Breakpoint for my channel. If you guys are interested in builds, leave in the comments. I'll try my best that the games can offer. But what's it called? I already have a few things I'm gonna probably do for Breakpoint if I do go along with it. A few builds I already have planned, which are mainly US, but because the patches and other countries are limited in Breakpoint. But I will try my best to put out the videos as fast as I can. I will be in a long absence for a few months, most likely coming up, enlisting in the US Army. So training wise, I'll probably be gone for quite a bit of months offline of YouTube. So I'm trying to rush out these builds and get these done. But I also want to thank everyone for the 100 subscribers that we passed. I know I should have did a video on that a while back, but I appreciate everyone who subscribed and liked my videos. It is very appreciated. Thank you all for that. Even though there are a few builds I should update for Wildlands that I'm probably planning on, which is of course this Ranger build I'm doing, and also my Delta build that needs updated. And I might update my Marine build, but you guys seem to like that video, so I might just keep it. But anyway, let's get straight into this. Like I said, all these videos are to the knowledge of, I'm not a big military expert, but I do know some things about the military. I'm kind of an army geek sometimes, or anything mainly about the US military I try to be a geek about. But anyway, let's try and start this build. So first thing we're gonna do, which I've done a lot in my builds, mainly US, is the Cry Combat Tier 2, or any of my builds. I've done that a lot, all the time, but a lot. The Cry Combat Tier 2, just because it's the closest you can get to combat wear and gear in this game that our US military uses. You could use the ACU shirt like I was using just now, but that looks terribly ugly in this game. It doesn't look like the actual thing in real life. This thing looks like a weird version of a wind blocker jacket. But anyway, let's keep going. Cry Combat Shirt 2, of course, an OCP. The vest wise, we are gonna put a JPC. It's kind of up to you, one of those small vests. Pants wise, we're gonna go the Cry Precision Combat Pants and multicam. Footwear wise, we're gonna go, it's kind of up to you if you want to go the hiking boots, commando, or hiking shoes. I'm gonna go the hiking shoes for now. Rangers technically would go straight up Army issued combat boots, but for this I'm gonna go hiking shoes because they will wear like these type of shoes in Afghanistan, stuff like that, Iraq, Syria, sometimes on rare occasions. Military, not military beret. Gonna go all the way to fast ballistic helmet, op score. It's their main go-to. You can put that in multicam. Headsets wise, you can go earpiece if you want to, black or coyote brown. Headset wise, headset A or even C, you can go either black or coyote brown, up to you. Doesn't really matter. Just like these headsets for Green Berets, you can go headset C or A. My other build, I forgot to mention that. And a lot of builds I'll put in the comments if I forget something. So make sure to check out the comments. I will put in like an update thing that I forgot to put in the video. So check that out if you're interested. But we're gonna, for now, we're gonna go the headset A. We're gonna go down to hair and wear. And you can go Nomex gloves, I guess. Or even maybe the Echelon. They don't use the Echelon gloves, but I forgot the pair of gloves that's familiar to this that they will use. But we're gonna just go standard Oakley pilot. It's up to you to go sandstone or black. I don't know why you would go forest green or something like that, but if you're weird like that, go ahead. Backpacks, Camelback, 511 Rush 24. Maybe the All Hazards Prime Pack. It depends on the type of things you're doing. Like say like big long rucks and stuff like that. Or the Y strap multicam. But right now, you know what? We'll go 511 Rush 24. Like, why not? And put that in multicam, or you put it in coyote brown. It's up to you. Patches wise, gray US flag. I don't really ever see them use the colored, but you could use the colored if you want, I guess. Only I would suggest if you're gonna use that, only do it stateside. But if you're Bolivia, I guess just do the standard gray flag. And glasses, I'm just gonna go with the Oakley S ballistic M frames, or you can go the SI straight jacket. Up to you. Face wear, there's not gonna be really any face wear. You might occasionally maybe wear shamog, but it's pretty rare. Let's see. That's basically the build. You can also, because Rangers are a tier 2 unit, they do wear nods, of course, night vision, whatever you want to call it. Be that advanced ballistic helmet and multicam. The helmets are kind of weird in this game compared to real life. They're not really like the real life ones that much. Plus the two like sucky cup things on the front of the nods aren't really used in real life. Those are missing. This is just the game being kind of weird. I never seen that before. I could be wrong, but never seen that. But if you are going to let's see, a night raid or a direct action raid or something like that at night or something, or even rucking or something like that, be using the quad nods, not the quad nods, sorry, the dual nods. I always forget the names of the nods. But for now, I guess we can just go the dual ones, just to wear them daylight times and stuff like that. Usually you won't be wearing the nods, but just for this example we will use them. And weapons wise, we're gonna go through the rifleman class, Grenadier, the saw gunner, or the automatic rifleman, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, that's the only ones I'm gonna go, because there's no M240 really in this game. So assault rifles wise, It's up to you. M4A1 Rangers do sometimes use a Mark 17 or a Scar H designation, just like the Green Berets, Delta, SEALs, DevGru, all those other units. Even Air Force JTACs and stuff like that might use them once in a while. Or the Mark 16. I don't know 100% on this, but the military or the Rangers have gotten rid of the Mark 16. Or not, I mean, Rangers have basically phased out. It's still limited. The Rangers are still using them. They're just in limited use. But up to you in this game if you want to rock the M4A1 standard, because they will usually have the M4 with a shorter barrel, something like that. Kind of depends on the operator or the ranger, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, the Mark 16, when you go to Mark 18, don't go to 416 like some people do. Rangers don't rock the 416. That's the tier 1 units, CAG, DevGru. For this, I'm just gonna go the standard M4A1, customize it, and go in the EOTech on it. Full auto semi, standard M4A1, 30 round mag. Now semi, if you want to go a standard M4, which the Rangers don't ever do, it would be semi-auto burst fire for Marines, or I think even some units in the Army still carry around the standard M4 and National Guard. They're still rocking the standard M4 when the infantry guys are rocking the M4A1. But I guess it just depends on the unit. But anyway, we're gonna go underbarrel, and this is a rifleman. This is a standard rifleman class, or the loadout I'm going for right now. I'm gonna go the AFG, or you can do the V2. Up to you, or even the standard vertical grip. It's up to you. Then I go the AFG. Then I go the PEC 15. Standard barrel or long. I never go long barrel in this game. It just looks freaking weird. It's like a long neck sticking out of an M4. I don't know why anyone wants to go that. I guess for range, but real life Rangers never rocking that. And a suppressor, a stock muzzle. I'm just getting a standard stock muzzle. M9 standard. The United States Army is switching out all the M9s for the M17, the SIG M17. Just like other branches of the military, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, the Navy, it's rocking the M18.
Looking good so far.
Appreciate it, everyone who's watching. Thank you for the comment. But the M18 though is this shorter version, like the standard short carry version of the Marks or the M17 handgun, which is being used by the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Navy, and also somewhat the Coast Guard. It's not totally planned for the Coast Guard yet, but the other branches have bought the M18 version, while the Army is switching to the M17. But for right now, because the M17 is not in this game, we are gonna go to the M9. I will come back to this class. For Grenadier, it's basically just the same thing. You're just rocking a M203, or you can go to M320. Kind of up to you. It's usually just M203. Rock a ACOG with it, or you'd be that one. Some of those Army guys who just rock a comp M4. But I'm gonna stick with the ACOG like that. Alright, now we're gonna go to the light machine guns, or the automatic rifleman, support gunner, whatever you want to call them. This goes back and forth because automatic rifleman usually carries the M249, which is the 5.56 version, of this machine gun. They're both LMGs, but the Mark 48 shoots 7.62 rounds, and sometimes designated in the Rangers or even Green Berets of such to use the Mark 48 as squad automatic weapon. It's still considered a saw, but it could be used in the role sometimes as automatic rifleman or the machine gunner, which is usually the M240 guy. But for now, we're just gonna say it's the what's it called, the automatic rifleman for right now. You could use the Mark 249, which is not used by the military, the U.S. military. I think this is used by Australia, maybe. It's like the small FN Mini-Me, and like it's a weird version of it. I've never seen this in real life, but or even pictures or videos or anything. I haven't seen it, but I could be wrong. Mark 48. We're gonna go stock buck stock because we're kind of stuck with that. Iron sights or the EOTech sights are very limited in this game. I would say ACOG or LCAN sight, but like I said, it's pretty limited. Then I would say go vertical grip, the V2. Usually belt is between, especially like the M249. I don't know 100% for the Mark 48, but the M249 is usually a little box like this, which is like 50 rounds to 100, kind of depending on the belt. I don't know how it kind of works for the Mark 48. 200 rounds kind of seem way too much, so I'm just gonna stick with the 100 right now. Put a PEC 15 on it. Standard barrel, stock muzzle, and I'd say the compensator, vertical, or not vertical, what the hell, the compensator V2 if you wanted to for better recoil, but life, I guess it kind of depends on the operator. I'm gonna do that for the saw class. I wish I could move my guy around. Here, we're gonna go out here and just show you the different weapon systems and why there's a super shorty on my back. Just because in standard campaign mode in this game, you can't hold just one weapon, so you're a bit limited. In real life, usually you won't be holding two weapons. You'll be holding your standard M4 saw gunner. Might have like a AT4 on his back or something like that. And even in real life, most guys won't even have handguns. That's usually issued to combat medics, NCOs, OICs. OICs being officers, for people who don't know that. And NCOs like sergeants and higher and stuff like that. But it's kind of just limited handguns wise. That's usually for the regular army. I could be somewhat wrong for the Rangers, but it's what I'm going off my information. But let's just pop a couple rounds. Like, the weapon play in this game is not really realistic that much, but you gotta work with what you got. Now I'm gonna go back to the M4. Let's see, yeah, this is Grenadier version. Let's see, I don't really like this horseshoe reticle on this ACOG. I'm more of a chevron gun guy. It kind of depends on the ACOG that you get. Or even some guys have to buy their own ACOG if they want it. It just depends. Yeah, switch back to just a standard is it the rifleman class, or you can even go this site too. I forgot to mention earlier. It's kind of up to your preference. Just don't do any of these Russian sites or this panoramic. It's kind of weird. Never seen that before. It's a real site and all, but Rangers, I've never seen a Ranger use it. And let's just shoot it again.
Incoming Unidad patrol.
I have to deal with some Unidad, which is not nice usually. See if we gotta deal with Unidad. Alright. Unidad will kinda always ruin everything. Those are the weapon builds, the loadouts for the three, I guess you can say, classes. I went over the rifleman, Grenadier, and the automatic rifleman for the Rangers, and that is my Ranger build. But that will be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it for the most part. I tried to go in more depth of the video. This is gonna be the first video I have tonight. I have a second video coming that's gonna be Delta Force, updated version of that as well. I'm gonna leave my outdated versions of my Ranger, my Delta guys still on my channel. It's just gonna be named outdated. It should already be named outdated. These ones will be named updated version. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Like I said, please like and subscribe. It's appreciated if you're interested. And like I said, if you have any ideas on these videos, like builds that you want me to do, leave in the comments. I'll get to them as fast as I can. Like I said earlier in the video, I will be enlisting in the army soon. I'll be gone for months if everything works out. So I'll probably be absent from YouTube. So I'm trying to get these outfit builds done and out, so I can leave you guys at least a decent amount of content. I'm also going to be probably putting out some builds for Breakpoint. Mainly US, because other countries are kind of limited in that game. But yeah, anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good night. I'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.